Most tourists who come to Portugal never see this. Deep within the country's highest mountains lies a secret, carved by ice tens of thousands of years ago, like a sculpture of nature. This isn't the Algarve of postcards. This is raw, untamed wilderness. This is the Loriga Valley, and today we're going to discover it together. Okay, we're here with our camper van at almost 2,000 meters altitude on Torre, the highest point on mainland Portugal in the Serra da Estrela. We spent the night here. It's a beautiful spot, and we definitely recommend it. But we're not here for the summit itself. We're here for what lies below. Our plan? One of the most spectacular but also toughest hikes in the country. A 10-kilometer descent with an elevation gain of over 1,000 meters, straight through the Loriga Gorge. We're following an ancient shepherd's path, but the real architect of this landscape was ice. It's like we're walking in the footsteps of a ghost river of ice. This is going to be an adventure. Let's go. We walked down the ski slope under the chairlift. We saw that there's only one chairlift in the ski area. There are also 2 saucer lifts and a magic carpet. Apologies to the viewers who have already made ski plans for Torre. The first few kilometers are deceptive. We descend along a rocky path surrounded by a landscape that resembles an endless tundra. Everywhere are enormous, smooth boulders. These are boulders. Imagine the glacier was a gigantic, slow conveyor belt, carrying these enormous chunks of granite and leaving them here when it melted. As we descend further, you see the landscape change. The open plains give way to the first signs of the deep gorge. The wind calms, and in the distance we hear the soft sound of flowing water for the first time. The view is already breathtaking. It truly feels like we're standing on the roof of Portugal. After about an hour, we arrive at a natural viewpoint, and here you see it. Below us yawns a vast, perfectly formed gorge, and if you look closely, you can see the shape. This is no ordinary V-shaped valley cut like a knife through the landscape by a river. No, this is a perfect U-shape, and that U-shape is the unmistakable signature of a glacier. Tens of thousands of years ago, a huge glacier tongue, like a giant spoonful of ice, scooped this valley out of the hard granite with unimaginable force. The Loriga Gorge is one of the most spectacular examples of this in Europe. The steep walls, the wide floor, everything screams glacier. From there, we hiked along a beautiful, narrow mountain path to the Loriga Gorge, Garganta de Loriga Trail. The Loriga Gorge Trail was a wide path to the reservoir which held very little water. We descended past the dam and came to a steep path. Well, path. We clambered down the rocks and understood why the route was rated difficult. This isn't a hike for beginners. You'll need focus and a good physical condition. But the reward is every step of the way. Do you also love these kinds of adventures in the lesser-known corners of Europe? Then consider subscribing. I'll be searching for more hidden gems like this and would love to take you along. At the end of the flatter section, we ate our lunch and tried to get a sense of the route ahead. It was difficult to see. However, we didn't feel like descending another 100 meters for a possible better view. Back we went. The Loriga Glacier Valley is so much more than a beautiful hike. It's a journey through a geological history book, written by ice. It proves that the most beautiful places on Earth are often the hardest to reach. An experience that is both humbling and incredibly energizing. It had warmed up again by then. We drove back to Lagoa Comprida for a dip in the lake. Refreshed, we drove towards Untamed de Serra. We really needed to go there to empty our chemical toilet and wastewater. We drove back towards the top of the Torre, but stayed on the N339 towards Montegas and Covilla. That was a beautiful, rugged stretch of road. Then we took the road straight south towards Untamed de Serra. This was a much narrower road. There were many stones, boulders, and even some large rocks on the road. They looked like they had just fallen. We weren't entirely sure. We were able to avoid the boulders well, but with the potholes in the asphalt, that wasn't always possible. After a few kilometers, the road became unpaved. Coincidentally, a car arrived with a young Dutchman in it. He was doing an internship at a Portuguese quinta, a winery. His instructor in the car assured us we could do it on the unpaved road. Passing each other on the narrow path is difficult only with oncoming traffic. We took our chances. We encountered 2 motorcyclists. That wasn't a problem. We did encounter narrower roads during this trip, though. They weren't unpaved, but that didn't always make them better. After a few kilometers, the road was paved again. We descended further to Untamed de Serra. We were able to empty our tanks and find a spot at the campervan site. Here at 600 meters, it was still 34 degrees Celsius at 5:30. The natural swimming pool in the village offered a perfect opportunity to cool off. Thank you for joining us on this trip. Let me know in the comments, what's the most beautiful hike you've ever done? Don't forget to subscribe for more off-the-beaten-path adventures. Until next time.